Begin tonight with updates on a developing story, that Amtrak train chartered by GOP representatives slamming into a truck outside Charlottesville. One person's been killed.
They were on their way to a retreat in West Virginia. We have learned tonight there were problems with the railroad crossing arms. That's according to a man who lives near the site of this crash. He says he often sees cars stopped there with the arms lowered, even though no train is approaching. He said drivers often get out of their cars to help guide the other drivers across the tracks safely when the arms aren't working.
We want to show you exactly where this happened in Crozet, Virginia, about 15 miles west of Charlottesville, some 90 miles away from Richmond. Our 8 News reporter Aaron Thomas has been live at the scene all day and brings us now the latest. Aaron?
Monica, Christina, it's been more than 12 hours since this Amtrak train crashed into this garbage truck. In fact, you can see investigators working throughout the night, not only trying to clean up this debris, but trying to figure out what caused this to happen. This Amtrak train carrying Republican members of Congress to an annual retreat in West Virginia failed to make it to its intended destination after striking a garbage truck with 3 people inside. One person in the truck died.
It just sort of doesn't seem real.
Ellen Patterson lives in the small town of Crozet where the crash happened. She says the crossing arms are known to malfunction.
There are times where there are crews here a couple times a year and they're working on something, or maybe they get stuck, the arms get stuck down.
The company that owns the tracks and is responsible for the maintenance said it was not aware of any problems with equipment.
First of all, we didn't know what happened. It was just a slam.
Members of Congress who were on the train held a briefing from the Greenbrier Resort in West Virginia, describing what they remember from the crash.
There's a loud bang and things stopped. The lights went out. There was an acrid smell of electrical smoke in the car that I was in.
Several lawmakers sprung into action, helping first responders provide medical attention to those in need. Officials at UVA Medical Center say 6 patients were transported from the crash, with 1 in critical condition. Local investigators have turned the case over to the NTSB. And tonight, NTSB did hold a press conference saying that investigators will spend several days at the scene. They do not expect the agency to release the cause of this crash for several months.
Okay, Aaron, back to that railroad crossing. Has anything like this happened there before?
Yes, in fact, it has. The CSX, the transportation company that owns the railroad, filed a report back in 1999 saying that a car actually got stuck on these tracks you see here and a train ran into it. Fortunately, no one was hurt because the driver of that vehicle, which we're told was a 70-year-old woman, was able to get out in time.
All right, thanks for that live report, Aaron.
As we mentioned, the train was carrying 100 Republican members of Congress to a retreat at the Greenbrier in West Virginia. One of the injured, there were 6. Minnesota Representative Jason Lewis has been discharged from a hospital after treatment for a concussion.
Amtrak has released a statement saying it is clear that accidents at rail crossings nationwide are far too common. This is an opportunity to remind everyone about the importance of exercising caution around railroad rights of way.